Hey guys, welcome back. Remember, if you can find all these papers linked at the top, so you can print them out if you have a printer at home, or if you want to look at the papers and copy them down on a piece of notebook paper, and then you can fill in with me as you follow along, that works too. So when we are comparing and ordering numbers, we always want to make sure that we change all numbers to decimals to compare. You want to turn all these numbers into decimal form so that you can compare them, so that you know if it works. The first type of problem you could see is that you need to circle all numbers which could be placed in the blank to make a true statement in the following inequality. So we need to have 2/3 is less than some number is less than 0.77. We need to turn all of these into decimals so we can figure out what works there. So first, we need to figure out what that 2/3 is as a decimal. How do I change a fraction to a decimal? We need to divide. Remember, top dog gets the house. So the 2 goes on the inside of the box, the 3 goes on the outside, and we need to divide. Does 3 go into 2? No. Does 3 go into 20? Yes. How many times? 6. 6 times 3 is 18. We subtract, we get 2, bring down another 0, and we're at the same spot again. We're still at 20. 3 goes into 26 times, and we know that we're just going to keep repeating. So 2/3 as a decimal is 0.6 repeating. So now we need to turn this number, 77.5%, into a decimal and see if it fits in here. To turn a percent into a decimal, like Beyonce tells us, we move it to the left to the left. So this is the same thing as 0.775. Does 0.775 fit between those two numbers? No, it would be bigger. It would go over here somewhere. So this one does not work. 0.32. Is 0.32 between 0.6 repeating and 0.77? It does not work. Next, 0.681. Does this number fit between 0.6 repeating and 0.77? It does. That one works. 3/5. Oh geez. We need to turn that into a decimal. How do we turn a fraction into a decimal again? Divide. 3 divided by 5. Does 5 go into 3? No. Does 5 go into 30? Yeah. How many times? 6. 6 times 5 is 30. That goes in pretty. So 3/5 is the same thing as 0.6. Is 0.6 between 0.6 repeating and 0.77? It is not. It is too small. It would be over there. That one does not work. 62%. Again, the decimal at the end, we move it to the left like Beyonce tells us to. So this is the same thing as 0.62. Does 0.62 fit between 0.6 repeating and 0.77? Nope, it's still too small. That's not going to work. And our last one that we have is 3/4. Again, how do we change a fraction to a decimal? Divide. 3 divided by 4. Does 4 go into 3? No. Does 4 go into 30? Yeah, how many times? 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. 30 minus 28 is 2. Bring down another 0. How many times does 4 go into 20? 5. 5 times 4 is 20. It goes in so pretty. That's why I sang. So this is 0.75. Does 0.75 fit between those two numbers? It sure does. So we only have 2 of those 6 numbers that work for that problem. Another type of problem that you would have here is to put them in descending order. Descending order. Is that big to small or small to big? Descending order means we're trying to go from big to small. So go ahead, try this one on your own. Turn them all into decimal form like we did up there, and put them in order from big to small. Put them in descending order. Go ahead, pause the video, and check back once you have your answer. All right, so when you put them in order, the biggest number is 1.5, then 1/5, then 1/15, then 1.5%. When you give your final answer, you want them to be in the same format they were given to you. So make sure that when you're giving your final order, don't put them all in the decimal way, put them in the way that they were given to you. And the last one, it says select all rational numbers less than 1/3. So that means I want my number to be less than 1/3. This is similar to what we did up here. Again, turn all those numbers into decimals and see which one of them fits that situation. Pause the video, try it on your own, and then check back with me. All right, so for this last one, you should get 3.75%, 1/6, 34 thousandths, and 33.33%. Yes, this and 1/3, which turns into 0.3 repeating, they both have lots of 3s. But for this 33.33%, after those 4 3s, what's after that? There's nothing after that. But this 0.3 repeating keeps on going, going, going. So this is smaller than 1/3. They are very close, but it is actually smaller. If you need to rewatch anything, go ahead and do that. If you need to send us an email to get things clarified, please send us an email. We really do miss you. And then otherwise, go ahead and do the practice with it. Thanks.